a government agency dedicated to monitoring the use of pesticides in Taiwan and ensures the safety and quality of fruits and vegetables produced in Taiwan. The Agricultural Chemicals and Toxic Substance Research Institute, also known as Tack in short, was established as the Taiwan Plant Protection Center in 1971. It was restructured as a government pesticide and toxicology research institute under the Provincial Department of Agriculture and Forestry in 1985, and subsequently under the auspices of the Council of Agriculture in 1999. The institute focuses primarily on pesticide researches. It monitors residues and toxic substances in agricultural products, develops plant protection technologies, provides technical services, and establishes evaluation methods and regulation guidelines to ensure the proper use of pesticides and the safety of agricultural products. Organization. Under the supervision of the Director General and Deputy Director General, around 130 official employees work in Residue Control Division, Applied Toxicology Division, Product Development Division, Pesticide Application Division, Technical Service Division, and Administration. Our work. Tack's primary activities include research, regulation, and service. Researches. The Institute concentrates on improving plant protection technologies and materials, developing biopesticides, and establishing safety guidelines for pesticides and toxic substances, developing new techniques for pesticide analysis and detection, collects new information about pesticides and plant protection, and actively develops more economical, effective, and environmentally friendly methods and materials. Regulations. Tack's researchers are trained in pesticide toxicology and plant protection to effectively support pesticide registration and regulation, thus ensuring the quality of pesticides on the market. And monitoring pesticide and toxic residues in products and the environments. In service, Tack helps farmers resolve problems and offers guidance to local pesticide producers regarding pesticide export and registration by providing pest diagnosis services and independent assessment in phototoxicity disputes. It also tests pesticide toxicity and efficacy and analyzes pesticide and toxic substances in imported and exported agricultural products. Tack holds training programs and disseminates information to raise farmers' and retailers' knowledge about pesticides. Tack's work can be divided into 4 areas. 1. Crop diseases, weeds, and pest control. 2. Plant protection material researches and effectiveness testing. 3. Crops and agro materials safety evaluation. 4. Technical services to farmers, pesticide producers, and other users. 1. Crop disease, weeds, and pest control. Taiwan is located in tropic and subtropic area with high temperature and humidity, which is suitable for pest infestations, and farmers depend heavily on pesticide applications. Tack conducts surveys of insects, plant pathogens, weeds, and pest damages, and investigates the toxicity, toxicology, and efficacy of insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides to establish guidelines for their effective use. It researches improved pest prevention techniques and integrated pest management (IPM) strategies to reduce pesticide usage and agricultural costs. 2. Plant protection material researches and effectiveness testing. Tack establishes around 10 standardized analytical methods for pesticide every year, ensuring pesticides quality, improving effectiveness, and protecting users. It develops detection reagents to measure pesticide resistance, natural bioactive components, and synthetic insect sex pheromones for traps. Tack also develops biopesticides and transgenic microorganism products, collects local Bacillus thuringiensis, entomopathogenic fungi, nuclear polyhedrosis virus, and other superior strains of microorganisms and selects the most effective isolates using genetic engineering technologies. The effectiveness of above items for pest control in the field was then tested repeatedly to produce biopesticides with market potential. By cooperating with local pesticide manufacturers, Tack has developed safer pesticide formulations, including water-dispersible delta-methrin tablets and capsule suspension phenthate to make application safer and reduce the risk of organic solvents in pesticides. 3. Crops and agro-materials safety evaluation. Tack has developed standard analytical methods for measuring pesticide residues. These methods ensure that the fruit and vegetable are safe for consumers. Tack also established tolerance levels for pesticide residues on agricultural products, as well as a pre-harvest interval that determines when it is safe to harvest crops after the use of pesticides. Tack randomly samples around 12,000 fruits and vegetables every year to monitor the use of pesticides in Taiwan. Tack is responsible for Taiwan Traceable Agricultural Products approval. In order to create a safe working environment, some safety evaluations are set for the farmers and the workers in the factories, such as pesticide exposure risk assessment for human beings and animals, monitoring heavy metal content in soils and products, evaluating the potential risk on the environment and native ecology after using the pesticides. During the test, rats, mice, rabbits, and other animals are used to examine the influences of the pesticides, such as acute, chronic, genotoxicity, and pathogenicity, which may be brought by pesticides. Some infection routes are also included in the test, such as oral, skin, breath, and eyes. According to the clinic diagnosis, hematology and biochemistry tests, tissue slices, pathology exams, and other inspections, the latent hazards of contacting pesticides, such as acute neoplasm, reproductive toxicity, or development toxicity, would be examined. Through long-term toxicology researches on animals, researchers are also gradually developing technologies to test the safety and functions on dietary supplement foods. Environmental pollutions caused by pesticides used in inappropriate way and harmful plants are the primary issues. Tack has established the inspecting technologies on non-indigenous plants, pesticides damages, and the dangers of the fluorides used on crops, and tried to find the solutions and make the improvements. 4. Technical services to farmers, pesticide industry, and other users. Tack's Crop Pest Diagnosis Center has served farmers free of charge for over 30 years. It diagnoses over 1,000 samples a year on average. In 2000, Tack started a plant epidemic reporting system as part of the National Epidemic Monitoring and Reporting Scheme. Tack closely monitors the spread of pests like the oriental fruit fly, noctity moth, and red fire ant so that appropriate preventative actions can be taken to prevent government and farmers' losses. The Institute provides free data and professional services for assessment of damage by weeds, pesticides, and pollution, as well as arbitration in related disputes. Additional services provided by Tack include the evaluation and service for pesticide registration in Taiwan, and a pesticide and plant protection website. It distributes research and educational publications and e-learning products, and also provides assistance in patent applications and the transfer of relevant technologies. The Institute holds various training programs for farmers, pesticide retailers, pesticide spray technicians, and others to implement the government's policy of cultivating Taiwan while reaching out to the world. Tack has raised Taiwan's pesticide residue testing standards to the levels of Japan and the European Union, and has gained 17025 and GLP certification for its residue, agrochemical, and toxicology laboratories. Its dioxin rapid test lab has also received international certification. Tack is thus able to offer international certified testing services and support the development of Taiwan's agricultural industry. In the future, Tack will continue to develop plant protection technologies and materials in order to raise farmers' incomes, establish safe brands of agricultural products to safeguard citizens' health, and raise Taiwan's international competitiveness. Finally, Tack aims to protect the agricultural environment in Taiwan and encourage environmentally friendly practices and sustainable agricultural development.